Welcome to London. London is often regarded to be the best city in the world. I am inclined to agree, thanks to London's rich history, varied neighborhoods, and selection of vibrant scenes that take you from day to nights. London is one of the most popular cities in the world. It's home to charming pubs, world-class, and often free, museums, tons of history, some of the best theater in the world, a diverse population, incredible food, and a wild nightlife. Luckily, there are tons of free and cheap things to do in London. While budget travelers will need to be frugal here, you can still visit London on a budget and have an amazing time. This London travel guide can help you plan your trip and make the most out of your time in this beautiful London capital. Let us look now all places which are top tourist attraction in London. Number 1, London Eye. His is London's equivalent to the Eiffel Tower, and there's no denying that London has one of the most impressive skylines in the world. As the world's tallest cantilevered observation wheel, the London Eye is distinct from more traditional Ferris wheels in that it is supported on only one side. This enables viewers to have an unobstructed view of some of the biggest attractions in London from a max height of 443 feet in the air. With more than 3.5 million people checking out the Eye every year, it's now the most popular paid tourist attraction in the UK. A ride on the London Eye takes 30 minutes, and it travels at a speed of about 0.6 miles per hour. The London Eye was first built in 1999 in celebration of the new millennium. It was formally opened on 31st of December 1999. Number 2, Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the London residence and administrative headquarters of the monarch of the United Kingdom. Buckingham Palace is recognized around the world as the focus of national and royal celebrations, as well as the backdrop to the regular changing the guard ceremony. Explore the magnificent state rooms, which are open to visitors for 10 weeks each summer. A far cry from some of the overrated tourist attractions in London, the palace is still a working royal residence and is definitely worth a visit. Number 3, Tower Bridge. Just like Big Ben, the London Eye and so many other attractions in London, the Tower Bridge is another of London's finest and most memorable attractions. Tower Bridge is famous because it's London's most striking bridge thanks to its neo-Gothic architecture and lifting central section. The Tower Bridge area is very nice if you stay on the north side of the river. There are lots of fab things in the area, lots of lovely restaurants and excellent connections into central London via bus or tube. It is worth mentioning how beautiful Tower Bridge looks at night all lit up, so do not restrict yourself to visiting only in sunlight hours, as you could be missing out on a spectacular scene. Number 4, Hyde Park. Hyde Park is one of London's 8 royal parks and covers an area of 350 acres. But Hyde is not just about events, it has so much more to offer its 12.8 million visitors each year. Set right in the heart of London, Hyde Park offers both world-class events and concerts together with plenty of. At the northeastern section of the park, visitors will see important attractions like the Marble Arch Diana Memorial Playground and waterfall. The center of Hyde Park boasts a 40-acre lake, the Serpentine, which shouldn't be missed by any visitor. At the northern tip of the lake are the stunning Italian gardens with the ever-popular Pan statue just south of them. Number 5, Trafalgar Square. About 15 million tourists visit the Trafalgar Square every year. Thus it is among the 10 most visited tourist attractions in London. Officially, the square has an estimated capacity of up to 20,000 people at the same time. Trafalgar Square is an enduring symbol of Britain and the center of tourist London. It's been a key landmark in the history of the country's social movements, a place of celebration and life, and one of those spots that just tends to draw people. Number St. Paul's Cathedral. The cathedral is one of the most famous and most recognizable sights of London. Beyond its architectural landmark status, St. Paul's Cathedral serves as the Anglican Episcopal See in London and thus has figured prominently in many major cultural and religious events. Totally incredible experience, the place is mind-blowing. Awe-inspiring architecture, the crypt is fascinating and you can climb to the top to see brilliant 360-degree views of London. Number 7. Big Ben in Palace of Westminster. Big Ben is a tower clock known for its accuracy and for its massive hour bell. Strictly speaking, the name refers only to the bell, which weighs 15.1 tons, but it is commonly associated with the whole clock tower at the northern end of the Houses of Parliament, in the London Borough of Westminster. The Palace of Westminster serves as the meeting place for both the House of Commons and the House of Lords, the two houses of the Parliament of the United Kingdom. The Palace of Westminster and all that is inside makes up one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. While most people admire its beauty from the Thames, it is worth going inside to explore its architecture and history. Get to know the British Parliament and the royal family a bit further, followed by afternoon tea on the Riverside Terrace for the perfect afternoon in London. Number 8. Piccadilly Circus. Many people wonder what is the origin of the unusual name of this public area. The Piccadilly part of the name dates back to 1612 when a tailor named Roger Baker lived in the area, who made a fortune selling Piccadilles. Most people who visit this location will see the display of giant screens with various advertisements at least once while exploring the area. Piccadilly Circus is located in London's West End, in the city of Westminster. It has several notable sights and attractions and is one of the busiest junctions in London. Number 9. British Museum. It is estimated that there are about 2,500 museums in the UK, depending on what you include. Almost 1,800 museums have been accredited. But British Museum is one of the most visited. Around 5.9 million people visits every year. The British Museum collection totals at least 8 million objects. The British Museum is a public museum dedicated to human history, art and culture located in the Bloomsbury area of London. Its permanent collection of 8 million works is among the largest and most comprehensive in existence. It documents the story of human culture from its beginnings to the present. Number 10. Tate Modern. Tate Modern is the jewel in the crown of modern art galleries in London. It holds the nation's collection of modern art from 1900 to the present day. With 5.7 million visitors, it is in the top 10 most visited museums and galleries in the world. The collection holds masterpieces of international and British modern art. Tate Modern in London has rapidly become one of the world's preeminent contemporary art galleries. It regularly hosts record-breaking exhibitions. London has far more that make it one of the best and most famous cities in the world, but this list will definitely keep you occupied when you next find yourself in the British capital. If you like this video, want to explore more about world best cities, please subscribe our channel for latest updates.